Hello, I want to walk us through a tutorial related to how to find the best articles. We're working in our course here on research methods, and we've discovered that research materials come in three basic bins or formats: books, articles, and then other internet resources. And it turns out that each of those is a world unto itself and has a different set of rules of engagement for how best to find the materials in each of those bins. So you've already worked some on books. Want to walk you through articles. Our search for the best articles begins, as do our other search for other materials, in library.georgefox.edu. When we go there, we've got a tab here right in the middle of the page called Articles. We can go onto that tab, and we're going to proceed by going down here to these subject guides. Subject guides are arranged alphabetically, and we want to look at the religion. There are three databases of articles that I want you to know quite well. There are others that might be relevant, but these are the three in particular. They are the top two here under that tab: Academic Search Premier. The second one is ATLA Full Text Plus. And finally, down a little bit further under P for ProQuest Religion. Those are the three that I want you to do searches for and look for materials. So let's punch here into Academic Search Premier. If you're working at a distance, you'll have to go through this process to get your library barcode thing in there. Now we've arrived at the interface to search the EBSCOhost Academic Search Premier database. I've selected to start with the term Septuagint as an illustration. Now, the first thing I want to illustrate here is if you pick something as generic as Septuagint, you're going to end up with search results that are too big to manage. So here, for instance, we've come up with 460 items if we just throw in the word Septuagint. So I got to sit here and think for a little bit. Now, what is it I'm really interested in? I'm interested sort of in the sociology bit, the sociological backgrounds to translation of the Septuagint and how that might have been at work, the dynamics of translation processes. So let me just throw in the word sociology. And when I do this search now, I'm searching not just for the world of stuff having to do with Septuagint, not just for the world of stuff having to do with sociology, but just the interface, the overlap, the Venn diagram overlapping part between those two worlds. And when I do that search, I come up with, wow, that narrowed it right down to 2. But take a look at these two. The first one here I think is an absolute doozy: the task of the translators, the rabbis, the Septuagint, and the cultural politics of translation. So that's just wonderful. And there the full text is sitting there staring at us. That's just an amazing thing that we can click on there. Up comes the full text of the article, and we've got it. Well, we don't quite have it. We've got it in a browser here, and we can read it. But the minute you were to walk away from this, it would evaporate. So I always recommend that you download the thing, put it in your own file, so you've got access to it online. When we do that, we press Save File. The engine on their end gives you a completely impossible to work with title for this PDF, some huge number that's not going to be worth anything. So I recommend coming up with a system that will be much better for being able to find things in the future. I use, for instance, the last name of the author, underscore, then the name of the title. That way I can find it when I'm looking for stuff, if I can remember the last name of the author. If I can't, then I'll go over here and search my hard drive using the computer search function and see what I can if I can find it then. So give it a new name, save it where you're working, or where you'll remember where it is, and you own the thing. It's ready to go. Go back here to the other article, and it's actually a book review, a series of book reviews, but it also mentions what looks like a very interesting title: Septuagint as Christian Scripture, its prehistory, and the problem of its canon. Now, if I didn't already have that book I'd probably want to add that to my list and go looking for it after I finish working on more articles. So we after you get done working through EBSCOhost's Academic Search Premier, then I want you to go back to the library.georgefox.edu databases and take a look at the second database. This one is ATLA, American Theological Library Association, ATLA. And this is a database with full text articles. We put in Septuagint, and again prove to ourselves that we've got to get it narrower than that. 3,091 hits. So this sounds like a good database for what we're looking for. But let's narrow it down with sociology. Hit search again, and now we got 5. So we look over the 5. The first one, The Social World of Formative Christianity and Judaism, Essays in Tribute to Howard Clark Key. So this is actually a book filled with a set of articles from various people, and it may or may not have anything useful to us. It may have some articles on sociology in there, and then one having to do with Septuagint. They may not actually overlap. It's just that the record contained both of those words. But here's that other book, Jewish and Christian Scripture as Artifact and Canon. Excuse me, that's not another book, but this is a collection of articles. And Craig Evans, we recognize that name as one of our textbook authors. And so there might be some stuff there that would be interesting. And we look on down through and again see if how many of those are useful for what we're doing, and download them as we go. Finally, then, the third database that we want you to look at is this one under P, ProQuest religion. And get another interface. All these interfaces are different, and yet they're so much the same. They're based on Boolean search logic, and the defaults are just a word search. Anywhere in the record does this word show up. So there's Septuagint for the first one, sociology. For the second one, hit search, and we've got some hits here. Actually, we've got 20. Actually, we got 380 results. This is pretty remarkable. And as you can see, just a whole bunch of full text things here. So again, you'd look through here as best you can, sort out from the information that's available to you whether or not this would be what you're looking for, and if so, download the articles and get yourself a collection of things going. So by the end of this, let's go back here to library.georgefox. By the end of this week, I'm hoping that you will have used this process to go through with your subject and used your search terms to formulate various searches until you think you're hitting the sweet spot, and then identify and download onto your hard drive 10, 15, 20 good articles that relate to the topic that you're working on. So good luck to you as you do that, and using these processes, I think you'll be able to find all kinds of stuff that you need.